guys, it's Soldier Girl. This is a corset training update for you guys. I've been getting a lot of the same questions lately, so I thought I would just go ahead and pop my head in, do a really quick video. Of course, I'm wearing my CS411 from Archer Corsets. This is in the brocade, which is like one of my favorite corsets. It's closed all the way. I'm pretty much still wearing it closed. Actually, no, sometimes I wear it closed and sometimes I don't. It just really depends on how I feel that day. It depends on what I'm wearing that day. And so yeah, I'm still wearing my corset pretty much 5 days a week. And then I'm sleeping in it most nights. So I only actually wear it during the day, maybe once a week, maybe once or twice a week, if that. And so all of the times I do sleep in it. Someone asked me about sleeping in it. Yes, you can sleep in your corset. A lot of you guys have said that it's uncomfortable. If it's uncomfortable to sleep in, then just try loosening your corset just a little bit before you go to bed and just see how you feel. I know early on when I first started training, I would tighten it before I went to bed because I felt like it would be easier and I felt like I would be able to sleep through any possible discomfort. But towards the middle, towards like more so the middle of my training, I started to go ahead and tighten it in the morning because I felt like it was easier because your stomach's empty and you've practically been fasting for however many hours that you've been asleep, versus if you were to tighten it before bed, most likely you have a full stomach or whatever. And so again, if you're having some issues with sleeping in it, just loosen it a little bit and that should solve the problem. Someone asked me about clothes. I find corsets just easier overall to wear with skirts and dresses. Like literally, like once I come home and put once I get out the shower, I've been using the cocoa butter like crazy lately. I had like a bunch of these and I've been running through this cocoa butter. But I basically lather my stomach, after I get out the shower, I lather my stomach up really, well, my whole body really, but mostly I really try to emphasize more so on my stomach because wearing the corset for so many hours out of the day and just that constant compression can cause some dehydration, can cause some dryness to your skin. So the last thing you want is that. So definitely make sure that you're making sure that your stomach is moisturized. And so I find dresses and skirts are so much easier. Literally with pants, like when I go to work, if I do wear my corset at work, I obviously have to wear pants because we don't wear skirts or our dresses. And so, but when I come home, I get out the shower, I put on a dress or I put on a skirt because it's just easier. Whenever you have to use the restroom, just pull up and go and you're good. Versus if you have to have on pants, and it's whether you decide to wear your corset over, wear your pants over your corset, or wear your corset over your pants. It just really depends on you. It's still going to be an inconvenience to have to go through steps, alright, just to use a bathroom. Somebody else asked me where do I get my blouses from. You guys know I love to thrift, and so a lot of my blouses I've gotten from the Goodwill. Literally, I find that with blouses, I just think that corsets look really beautiful with blouses that are really feminine and really ruffly, and even some blouses that have prints. It kind of camouflages, and the ruffles help camouflage a lot of that bunchiness that can occur below and above your corset. So the question I get most often is, can you breathe? Yes, I can breathe. In fact, when you first start corset training now, you will more or less shallow breathe because you can't breathe as deep because of the lack of full expansion of your lungs, have you? And so for that reason, you'll have to breathe shallow. All right. As you get more used to corset training, that'll all change. Like I still don't breathe deep when I wear my corset, but now I'm used to it. It's no longer it's no longer uncomfortable at all. When it's just, you know what, it's uncomfortable when I run up the stairs too fast or I run down the stairs too fast. I get up here and I'm like, fuck, I'm exhausted because of just the running and having the corset on. So and that's one thing I do have to be careful of. Another question I get is corset training dangerous? I've answered this question in a previous video before. Corset training is not dangerous. It's the wearer. It's the person that's corset training that can become dangerous, not the actual corset. If you're rushing the process, going too fast, there's just potential for you to really hurt yourself, bruising your ribs and all that, and you don't want that at all. So definitely take your time. I mean, corset training is a very slow process. I've been at it for 10-11 months now, and so I've pretty much been where I am now for the last, I would say the last 8 months, 8 or 9 months, because I was in the 26 inch for only 5 weeks, and so I've pretty much been in the 22 inch for the remainder of my time with corset training. And so I pretty much am just, as long as my corset is closed, I'm good, and I wear it 5 days a week. And so yeah, but corset training is not necessarily dangerous. It's just if you don't do it safely, then it can become dangerous. Someone asked me as far as how old do you have to be to corset train. Really, you just want to be fully grown. You don't want to be, it's not recommended at all for minors, because your body is still growing and your body is still changing. So the last thing you want to do is introduce something as aggressive as corset training. That's something you definitely don't want to do. If at any time that you're corset training, you guys, and there's any kind of pain or discomfort, or you just don't feel right, something just doesn't feel right, definitely take the corset off. You see the way I tie mine, you guys, I basically tie it in a loop in bunny ears, and then I twist it and I tuck it underneath. Some people will tie theirs around. I honestly, before I go to bed, sometimes I'll do that. I'll tie it here, really, not really tight, but you don't want to mess up your corset. And if you're wearing your corset under your clothes, I guess it really doesn't matter whether you tie it around or whether you tuck it. It's all about what's convenient for you, and if something happens, you just really want to make sure that you can get it off fast enough. I think that's basically it for the question, you guys. If you guys have any other questions, definitely leave them in the comment section, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Later, guys.